Me personally, I'm not a big fan of pork chops. I always think they're bland. I always think like it's pork, But being a cook, you always try to like, how do I make it better? What do I gotta do? I'm in the middle of cooking some pork chops. I season them with tajin, which is Spanish for tattoo. I don't know if you know that. So while these are going, I'm gonna make the stuff for the sauce. So over here I have my onion. I've done 7 videos with 1 onion, right? So it just shows you that a little goes a long way. So I'm cutting the onion for the sauce. This is a take on a Veracruz sauce. This one's gonna have, it's onions, bell pepper, cilantro, capers. Okay, so we have our onion there. If you go to the grocery store, 1 red bell pepper is about $1 something. 1 green bell pepper is like 80 cents or 90 cents. If you buy a bag of these little peppers, it's about $3. It's cheaper. All right, so then we're gonna do is we get these peppers, and all we're gonna do is cut them like this. Okay. I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't there be garlic? Yeah, if you want some. But you know what? I don't have any. So this is the bell pepper, right? I like bell peppers for the flavor. You know, it kind of tastes like a pepper. You know, I always believe that it adds that sweetness that you're looking for. And the color, man, just look at it. I like adding bell pepper because the color, you know, it adds to the dish that I'm making itself. So let me check my pork chops back here. They're still going strong. They're almost done though. So what I'm gonna add to this is gonna be onions, bell pepper, cilantro, some tomato sauce I have in the back, and some capers. Okay? So now I have my pork chops. They're going. Actually, I know they're done by the way I touch them because of this old trick. The cook's hand, right? Well done. Medium rare, right? Medium. Right? So you touch it, same thing. Oh, see, ¿sabes qué? Almost done. And we're gonna let it rest. So when we let it rest, it's gonna do its best to pass the test. So we're gonna do now, we're gonna take these pork chops, we're gonna put a napkin first in the bottom to soak up whatever like fat we have, right? I know what you're thinking. Why don't I use a napkin to soak up my fat? I know. All right, so we're gonna take it off, push it to the side to let it rest. Then we're gonna add our onions and bell pepper to this. Gonna add it like that. Like that. We're gonna add a little bit of butter to it to help it go along. And then we're gonna season our onions and bell pepper. Like that. We're seasoning the onions and bell pepper with salt and pepper. See, and that's all we're doing. And we're doing is get a lot of fond off of the bottom from where the pork chops cooked to. So you're adding flavor from that. So then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of water to this. Like that, just a little bit. We added the water to the bottom of the pan. If you had stock, you get stock to the bottom of the pan. We don't. I had water. So I add water to the bottom of the pan. So what happens is your pan's super hot, right? We see your meat on there. A lot of that stuff, bits and pieces, get stuck on the bottom of the pan, right? It's not burnt, they're stuck, right? So all that's building flavor on the bottom of the pan. We get water, we add it to it. With all how hot that pan is, and you add the moisture to it, what happens? All the bits and pieces come off from the bottom of the pan, right? You get your wooden spoon, unstick anything that's down on the bottom. So now all that flavor from whatever was stuck on the bottom of the pan starts becoming into your sauce, right? So that's why it's always important that we never burn anything in the pan, because we're trying to build flavors. We're gonna add tomato sauce. And this is basically it for the sauce that we're making for our pork chops. Now we're gonna do is let this cook down a little bit. It's gonna take like 5 minutes probably. So while that's going, we're gonna get our cilantro. For this, I like to use the roots. And I like using cilantro stems because I think that we don't use them as much because we always just use the, you know, the fronds and that's it. But I think the stems have a ton of flavor, a ton of texture. You know what I mean? And I think it does very well. It stands up to it, you know, and you know, that's what I like. And that's why I like adding stems whenever I make a sauce. I'm gonna add the stalks of cilantro to this. Let that cook. And then we're gonna add capers to this. Okay. How many capers? Whatever you like. I'm just adding just a few. Okay. So then we're doing that. Our sauce is coming too already. So we're looking at the sauce, and what's going on is that you saw the bubbles on the side. What happens is that it's reducing a lot of the liquids to leave in the pan. You see all in the steam right here. You know, and we're intensifying the flavor that's in the pot and the pan itself. So we're gonna taste it. Let's see if we're good. Wow, that's good. Some salt. And that's it. So now we're gonna see the pork chops have all this stuff on top, right? All the juice. We're gonna add it to our sauce. Bam. Now get our pork chops together. So now I'm bringing our pork chops here. Wink, wink. This is the sauce we made for it. Right? And then what we're gonna try to do is get a lot of the good stuff and put it on top. If it's messy, it's okay. Puro messy. Okay. And you get a little of that juice, that love. Put it there. And then we're gonna finish it off with some cheese on top. That's it. Messy pero classy. Just remember, like anything else, you know, we try to make sure it's cooked. We're not getting anybody sick, you know. And that the cool thing about pork is that super neutral in flavor, that you can almost do anything to it. You know, like the way we did. Like we added that, comes out great.